let's get that set up. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Right, little different little video for you. Just wanted to do a little video about Starlink, and the reason I'm doing this video is because when we were looking at our options for internet access and streaming, etc., didn't seem to find an awful lot of information about Starlink, what people's thoughts were, and whether it was the right move to do. But we're taking the plunge. We bought it. We bought the Starlink Mini. We've got a Roam contract, and we've gone for the unlimited data, and I'll explain why in a moment. But let's tell you a little bit about what Starlink is. I'm sure you all know, but maybe you know, you're still researching. So Starlink is owned by Elon Musk's group of companies. There's and he sent up into space a load of satellites which are all linked in different chains. And they circle the globe, and Starlink then can access them for internet data. How many satellites do you think there are? Because we watched them once, didn't we? We saw a chain of them going across. Do you not remember? A few years ago. You did, I'm sure you did.
I didn't see it. Because I was just about to say, I've not seen this yet.
How many do you think there are circling the globe at the moment?
60 odd.
60 odd. Right, it's just over, this is January 2026, 4,400 satellites. About 4,300 of them are operational. Some of them are out of operation for whatever reason. But yeah, so you've got a link of 4,400 satellites circling the globe at all times, and that is our internet access. Now,
it's supposed to be doing a circumference, isn't it? The full.
I'm not
allegedly.
Sure. I'm not sure if they're all going to link up and be a full circle. I don't think it needs to do. And the reason why I don't think it needs to do is the speeds we've been getting. We've been using it now almost 4 weeks whilst we've been away. The speeds we've been getting is typically download speeds of around 200 megabytes a second. Sometimes it's dropped down to 70 or 60, and uploads of anywhere between 35 and 50 megabytes a second. Now,
is that good?
Yeah, I mean, okay. I'm not an expert on that, but we've been streaming TV and uploading videos, and it's just like being at home. No bother at all. It's absolutely great. So yeah, from that perspective, it works for us. Now, I'm acutely aware that a number of people have got Starlink. A number of other YouTubers, motorhomers have got Starlink and ditched it. And I get it. It's not the cheapest thing. Now, if you're thinking about whether it's right for you, then you've got to think about your usage.
Yeah.
What I mean by that, are you a heavy user? I think when we're away in our motorhome, we are quite a heavy user. Yeah. And what I mean by that is, I'll quantify it, we like to, particularly in the winter months, we like to sit in the evening, like we do at home, we'll put TV on, we'll watch other YouTube videos, and you know, we'll doom scroll on Facebook and all these others. But the TV could be streaming for around 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours a night.
In winter.
Yeah. And now we'll get through 5 gigabyte a day of data doing that. So for that reason,
we're planning trips and stuff on the phone as well. But
for that reason alone, we chose to go for the unlimited data option. So with Starlink, you've got 2 options. You can go for 50 gigabyte a month, which I think costs £54, might be £50 for the 30 days, or unlimited, which is £96. 96 quid.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Especially when you think, I moan at home.
But is it?
Paying Sky.
Well,
they're £93 a month.
But let's think about why we've got it. So I've in the past, and bearing in mind, I'll just we will only use this Starlink when we're away. When we're abroad, and I'll explain why. So in the past, I've and still now, I've got Sky Mobile. That's my personal mobile, Sky Mobile. Any data, it's a SIM only. I pay for data every month. Any data I don't use goes in a piggy bank, and I can use that in the future. So I've probably got about 250 gig in the bank. Now that was great. that was fantastic for us when we were streaming, when we were going abroad. We've got a Wi-Fi router up there. We had it put on the van when we bought it, so
And it worked.
it worked really well up until July this year. We'd go away, put the SIM card in the router, happy days, we could stream TV, no problem at all. Now we were getting charged £2.50 a day for accessing that data. So if you're away for 60 days, for 30 days, let's say you're away just for 30 days, at £2.50 a day, you're 75 quid to use the data that you've already paid for.
Yeah.
Then, when we were away in July 2025, things changed.
Yeah.
Sky, they keep sending you, your data provider will send you a video, an email and tell you about terms and conditions that have changed, and of course you read it from top to bottom like everybody does.
Not.
I didn't. We found out when we were in Belgium that Sky have now put a data cap on your roaming, and they call it a fair usage policy. Now I've got to be honest with you, right? I'm accessing data that I've already paid for, and now you want to limit how much I can have. I honestly don't think that's fair.
That's not fair.
I've paid for that. If you want to say to me, right, you can access 50 gigabyte of your data.
Sorry. It's a UK thing.
Yeah, just got back today.
Just got back.
Yeah, if they said to me, you can only have 50 gigabyte of your data each month, and it will charge you £2.50 a day for any more data that you want to use. Okay, I can swallow that. But to say to me, no, that's your data, you can use it, but you're going to pay £2.50 a day to use it, and I've already bought it. That just doesn't work with me. Sarah's on O2, and you can use your data for no extra charge, but limited to 25 gigabyte.
Yeah.
So we looked at other alternatives.
After we got stung.
After we got stung, it was a very expensive month in July.
It was.
So we looked at alternatives, and we asked the great audience on Facebook, etc., etc. And there was one or two hopefuls. Tesco came out the best. There was quite a few people who said that go for Tesco.
Go for Tesco.
It's unlimited data. They don't charge you to access your data. They use the EE plan, because that was the other thing. When we were away in Belgium, the service was pants. It was really bad. Shocking. We couldn't, his TV was buffering or whatever.
Forever.
I spoke to Tesco, did a little bit of reading, and Tesco, the website was a bit vague because they said until January 2026 they have no plans on altering their policy for EU roaming, and not intending to put a cap on it, but there was no definite. I spoke to Tesco, I went to a couple of the branches and spoke to the representatives there, and there's still no guarantee that they won't add a data cap to your contract, but what they have added is a 30-day maximum access to data abroad. So if you're going away for a couple of months, then 30
It's still
days.
useless.
You're still snookered. And of course, then you'd be tied into quite an expensive contract to get sufficient data. Bearing in mind, I've got unlimited. And for my £96 while we've been away in France over Christmas, New Year and into January, we've used something like 230 gigabyte, 220 at least, a gigabyte. So do the sums. Starlink, if you're a heavy user, which I think we might be, then Starlink, it could be an option for you. So just ponder on that one.
And it does, we've got to remember that, it goes dark early, you're in your van earlier, you sat about, you're watching telly, you're flicking through your phone. So in winter time, it's a bonus. In summertime, then we probably won't use it anywhere near.
No, but we've got it. We know we've got internet access all around the world at phenomenally good speed, very reliable. So yeah, right. So why have other people had Starlink and ditched it? So one of the things Starlink did this year, 2025, was change. So we can pause our Starlink contract at any time we like. I've paid now for 30 days. Commencing the beginning of January. I'm going to pause it tomorrow because we're back home. that money will stay in credit to when we want to use it again. Now, it used to be you could pause it and restart it anytime you like, no cost. They have changed that. When you've paused it, there is a charge of £4.50, I think it is, per £4.38 per month.
And why shouldn't there be?
And the reason for that is, and I get it, some people have balked at it, some people don't like it, but I get it. So they've got to think about people who are out in the middle of nowhere. If you have your Starlink plugged in, but you freeze your contract, your access, then if you were in an area where there was no signal on your phone, you couldn't access the internet to get your Starlink working again. So what Starlink has said is, okay, well, we'll leave your Starlink live
Yeah.
For a minimum fee. You'll get minimum data, but it's sufficient data to do software updates. And when you want to renew or start your
Fire it up.
unfreeze it,
Yeah.
you will guarantee you'll have worldwide access. And that's £4.38 in the UK. It is. For me, that is not a deal breaker. I don't mind paying £4.38 for it to be sat there, or the contract frozen, paused, so I can access it when I want.
Well, it's
that's
half the price of what your contract was charging you
yeah, that's
for
not.
data that you'd already paid for.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yes, that's not a deal breaker for me. Other costs. So we bought the hardware, and the hardware consists of the dish, which measures. Well, you've
About
seen.
the size of that pad.
You've seen where I've fitted it. It's about the size, slightly bigger than an A4 pad. It's 250 mil by 300 mil, something like that. Less than 3 kilograms in weight. When you buy that, you get it delivered. It comes in the box with a 15-meter power cable for mains, a mains adapter, and there's an adapter, a stand. So it comes with a tripod, a wedge stand, so you can just angle it, or you can have a pole stand as well to secure it to a pole. We also purchased a 12-volt power kit, and the reason for that is I wanted to be able to use Starlink when we're out in the motorhome, on the move, and not on a campsite. When we're just on an air, we're off grid. And that comes with I think it was a 15-meter cable with a USB-C end on it, and this adapter, which goes into a cigarette lighter socket, we used to call them, minimum 10 amp. The USB-C cable will not go into, or will not work on just a normal USB-C socket in the van. There's not enough power. We need something, I think it's about 25 watts of power to run it. I think it peaks at about 40 when you start it up, and then it settles down to about 25. So you need to use a 10 amp supply. And in our van, it's a cigarette lighter type socket. So this. But I am going to modify it because these are a little bit
sloppy.
Well, no, the problem is where ours is, we've put ours in the garage, which I'll show you, and it's a bit vulnerable for damage. So you'll see that when I show you the where I've set it up.
You've caught it a couple of times.
So I'm going to change it. You know, we've learned while we've been away what we need to change. So the purchase for the kit, well, I think it was £189, and that was delivered. No, that's right, it's £189. We paid 20 quid to have it delivered. I could have bought the kit from Curry's. I think it's Curry's. It is Curry's, isn't it?
It is.
Could have bought the kit for 189 quid, walked away from it. But the reason I didn't do that is quite important. And if you're thinking about buying Starlink, drop me a private message, and I can send you a link that will save you some money. Because by purchasing it the way we did it through Starlink, we've got 1 month of access of data, i.e. £96 of free of charge.
Yeah.
And I can do the same for you. It's called Friends and Family Introduction. I send you a link. You purchase your kit from Starlink using that link. When you've used it for 30 days and you've paid for that 30 days, then you get a month free and I get a month free. So it's a good saving. So even if you're only on a 50 gigabyte plan, you're going to get a month free. So drop me a private message or a message on YouTube, and then I can send you a link from my Starlink contract account. If you order your Starlink from that contract, once you've committed to a month usage, then you get a free month. So that's worth having. So we've saved 96 quid there.
Yeah.
And
that's how we did it.
Yeah, that's sat there. That's sat there in our account.
Yeah.
We're going to freeze this contract tomorrow, and then when we go away in the summer,
which
we'll go
obviously
abroad.
means we're at home.
We'll have something like 7 weeks of usage free already in the bank to use.
Piggy.
So
happy
days.
Piggy. Though it will be summer.
Yeah, but
we won't use it as much.
But we'll still use it.
Yeah.
We'll still need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other reasons for using it. Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
And let me just quickly show you how we've got Starlink set up at the moment. And like I say, this is the first time we've used it, so a little bit temporary, but it works, and it does work really well. So what we got, I didn't want to be faffing about putting the Starlink outside on the roof, running cables around, then moving it up, moving it again when we wanted to travel. So I came across these suction cup brackets, which I'll just quickly show you. Hopefully you can see that. There you go. Yeah. So 2 cradles, one there, suction cups, and that just holds it up onto the skylight, and there's enough room there for the skylight to close. Now, I was a bit sceptical about how good they were going to be. We got those from off eBay, I think they were. I'll have a look for the sorry?
Might have been Amazon.
It might have been Amazon, but I think it was eBay. Pretty sure it was eBay, because I don't use Amazon. I'll have a look for the confirmation and put it on. I think they're about 20 quid. But they worked a treat. They've been up there now nearly 4 weeks. And the first couple of days I sort of check now and then to make sure that none of the suction cups had lost their suction, but they've been absolutely fine. I don't know how well they'll work in summer when there's a lot of heat through there, but we'll find out. But for the time being, that's a great solution for us. This cable here is, like I said, it's the mains power cable. What I may do, and again I'm not sure yet, is whether I'll run both cables together, have the 12 volts so I can alternate it, or just the one, but that'll be tidied up properly, clipped in place. It's a shame they're grey. I'd like them to have been white, but that just runs neatly across the cupboard. I'll tuck it in the corner better there, and then that runs down into the garage out of sight. So that's a solution for us now. If we wanted to take that Starlink out, maybe we were parked under trees, then we can just undo the suction cups, disconnect that lead and use one of the other leads. Or if I was to only have the 12 volt cable coming in here, the mains cable, we've got other sockets where I can plug it in, run a cable outside, put the Starlink in another place. So I don't know, we'll see. It's an idea. Let us know what you've done. If you've got Starlink, let us know how you've got yours configured. But this solution certainly seems to work for us. It's been fabulous for the last 3 weeks. Right, so this is how we've got it all set up at the moment, but don't forget this is just temporary. So we've got the 240 volt socket there, the cable running through. This is all going to get tidied up into the bedroom through this gap here. Now I did have the 12 volt cable running down through here as well onto this, the USB socket, which does go in the socket there, but that is quite fragile, and I did damage the cable where it goes into the USB. So what I'm thinking of doing, I haven't quite made my mind up yet, what I'm thinking of doing is using the 12 volt cable, run it through neatly, tap into the 10 amp supply behind here and make it a permanent but switched connection. I don't know, maybe you've done something like that. If you can, let me know. I need to work out which is positive and negative wires in the cable when I snip it, but that's a job to be done in the next few weeks. But this works great when we're on hookup. Obviously that's mains. When I had the 12 volt plugged in, fortunately our van stays live while we're driving, so the Starlink was working 24/7, which was really good. And then obviously when we were hooked up to the mains, the battery was getting recharged anyway, so it didn't really matter. That didn't get warm, a little bit of temperature to it, but there was no issue whatsoever. So we may just abandon the 240 volt, have it permanently wired in to the 10 amp 12 volt circuit. Food for thought. Right, that's where we're at with our setup at the moment. Like I say, it's all temporary. Everything's going to get tidied up. These cables do get damaged. And like I said, this one, what happened was I was pulling this bucket out and I just caught the USB and damaged it slightly, so now it's a poor connection. Right, let's get back into the warmth.
Sorry. It's an hour's time difference now. I've eaten.
You've been on a tunnel because we couldn't do the ferry because of the weather.
The weather was
So you've had a bit of a stressful day.
yeah, I have actually. It was horrific.
So for that reason, we'll just finish off. So just to give you a bit of a summary there. So Starlink, £3.20 a day. It's costing us for unlimited data. The unit itself, I've shown you how we've secured it up on the window, the skylight. And actually, I just had a read. Actually, the operating temperature is anywhere between -10 and +50 Celsius. So I'm fairly sure even in summer it's going to be safe up there. It's not going to come to any harm. I haven't yet decided what to do with the power cable. I'm leaning more towards hardwiring the 12 volt in the garage, 10 amp supply, running it up, and then into the bedroom. If anybody out there has done that, please let me know what if the wires in the cable, positive, negative, which one's which, and just help me out that way if you can. If you just let me know, that'd be helpful. But we're delighted with it. When we had it connected on 12 volt and we were driving as well, as said already, fortunately our van stays live on 12 volt when we're driving. So we had access to the internet using the Starlink while we were driving, which was great because obviously Google Maps is using the internet, so that's using data. If it's connected to the Starlink, happy days. So yeah, we're delighted with it. It's costing us £3.20 a day for unlimited access anywhere in the world. And it's good quality access as well. We've watched films, we've watched video, we've watched YouTube, and no buffering. Everything's been really good. So if you're thinking of your internet access, particularly when you're abroad, because I'll continue using my Sky in the Wi-Fi router when we're in the UK, because I've already paid for the data. The Starlink is just when we're abroad.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about those options when you're abroad, think about it in those terms. Put it into your budget at £3.20 a day. If you're interested in buying the kit, send me a private message. I'll send you a link to buy it through friends and family, or family of them and us, I think it's called. And like I say, once you've used it for 30 days, you will get a free month. And thankful I will as well. So yeah.
For anybody that's doing YouTube channels when they're away on holiday and uploading.
Or even just watching.
Yeah, but
just watching. You watch TV. It's 5 gig a night.
Yeah, but some of these YouTubers, put out stuff every day. Some only put it out twice a week. Some only once a week. But for anybody that's doing it every day,
it's a must, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can manage.
The other thing is, if you park close enough to somebody that may be travelling with you, I'm not going to put any names out there, but
yeah,
she could use it as well.
You can connect. Yeah, you can actually connect. I actually didn't mention this. You can connect up to 128 devices to your Starlink.
Yeah.
So if you were I don't know, if you had a bunch of friends with you and you're all holidaying together, you just give them your password and they can just log into it. So it's worth it. For us, it's a treat. We're really happy with it. And if you're thinking about it, hope this video helps you make your decision. And if you want to buy Starlink, get in touch and we can both benefit. It'll be on the video.
Okay.
Right.
I'm thinking, how did they know how to get in touch?
Put a message on
you've just
YouTube.
done all that waffle on all that stuff that I know nothing about, actually. But I sat here patiently.
There you go. Right. Time to settle down. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we're home. Well, we're not. We're halfway home.
Yeah.
Change of plans this morning. Ferry crossings cancelled and rough seas.
Yeah, I took a channel tunnel.
So we took the sardine tin under the water and that's how it felt.
Right, thanks for watching. I'll get this one sorted out and get it on the internet soon. Thanks for tuning in again.
We've got Starlink.
Bye for now. That's true. Could do. I haven't got time to do it.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.